Thanks for joining us for another Tantrum House crowdfunding conniption. Today we'll be looking at the game Karrier.
And as always, we want to make sure you're aware that our crowdfunded videos are sponsored in part by our Kickstarter backers, as well as by the creators of this game. Hey gang, and thanks for joining us at Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows. Today we're looking at Karrier from Flip Bear Games. It's from Wonder Zhu and art from Jiangsheng Wang.
This is a 3 to 6 player pick up and deliver game where you'll be working to clean up your territory first in order to claim the victory. Now we won't be sharing any opinions in this video, but we definitely want to show you what it looks like on the table and give you an idea of how it's played so that you can make an informed backer decision. So, let's take a look.
To set up the game, you'll lay out the main board and place the trash tokens throughout the city.
Then, give each player their character and cart cards.
Players will place their Karrier token on the city location that matches their character card, and then you're ready to begin.
Each turn, players will begin by drawing a card. They can then decide how much trash they would like to pick up in their current location, being sure not to overfill their cart.
Players can then move one space orthogonally, and if trash is present in the new space, they must pick up at least one of those tokens.
Players can then play any number of cards from their hand, and when they are finished, they will pass the active player token to the next player.
If a player is able to make it to the center space of the board, they may use their movement action to enter the sacred altar.
Here, they will roll dice based on the number of tokens on their cart, and for each O that they roll, they will be able to remove that number of tokens from the game permanently.
After rolling, the player's horse and any leftover trash in their cart is returned to their home territory.
Players will take turns moving, picking up, and hopefully dropping off tokens until one player has managed to remove all of the trash from their home location and make a final trek to the sacred altar.
The first player to do so will claim the victory.
I'll admit that I actually don't know the backstory to the theme for this game, but in the game you are working to clean up your sector of the game by removing trash tokens and taking them to the sacred altar, where you will then dispose of them permanently, and the player to do so first and fastest will win the game.
Yes, but there's a little trick to doing that. So you are playing with other players who may get in your way or may cause things to happen in the game where you'll have to pick up more trash than you thought you were going to. So one thing that can happen is your cart can get overloaded and then a boom happens and basically you have to drop everything that's in your cart. If this happens on your own territory, then you may have more trash added to than what you even started with.
Yeah, there are also a lot of trash along the way, and so as a requirement in the game, every time you move into a new space, you have to take a new piece of trash, which means you have to have room for that on your cart. So while it seems like it wouldn't be too tough to get rid of the 5 pieces of trash that started in your starting location, it's not unusual for, as you go along, for stuff to kind of just be exploding everywhere, and by the time you're done with a couple of rounds, you feel like you have more trash than what you started with.
Yep. There are several different types of cards in the action deck. Some of them will allow you more movement. Some of them will allow you extra turns. Some of them will allow you to take trash from your cart and put it in somebody else's.
Also, you got to keep an eye out for the bomb. The bomb is a card that basically forces you to make your cart boom. You're going to drop the stuff in your cart, and then you're going to roll some dice to see if you're able to successfully roll the necessary, whatever the combination is on the dice that they show you. If you are, then you actually pass that bomb on to the next player. Good luck to you.
Yep, the fuse didn't go off, so now it's passed like hot potato style to the next player.
Until it does go off. And then
yes.
You're going to boom.
Something else we didn't mention yet, there are some mini expansions, and you can check out the Kickstarter campaign to get more information about those mini expansions. But they will do things like make the game longer. So this is only a 25-ish to 40-minute game, depending on your player count. But there's a version that will give rules so that you can play for a longer, heavier game. There's also an expansion that brings in some of the gods. So whenever a crow will come if a boom happens on a space. If a boom happens on that same space again, then you will get to select one of the gods. So say Mars or Poseidon or some of the other ones you can choose from. You'll get a special ability that you can use to help your efforts, since it is possible that you've had a boom happen more than once to you, or at least on that same space.
Right, a little bit of a catch the leader in there to help you kind of catch up and make up the difference for so many trash bags. Now obviously we're looking at prototype components in this game. It does feature a nifty little dice tower that matches, and that's where you travel to make your final drop-offs. You'll be rolling your dice. They're nice wooden dice in this version of the game. If you're interested in learning about all the final pieces that will be in the Kickstarter, as well as potential stretch goals and things, definitely check out their campaign. If you enjoy pick up and deliver games where you can kind of tinker with what other people are doing and potentially sabotage their efforts, then definitely check out Karrier on Kickstarter now. And then as always, thanks so much for tuning in, following along, and liking our videos here at Tantrum House.
Taking a look at the game Karrier.
Yes, we will.
Orthogally. I can't say words today. Orthogally.
Here they will roll dice based on how many... Goodness. Here they will roll... Huh. I can't say any words either.